If someone were to ask you what AI is and how it actually works, could you give them a correct and educated answer? Could you explain how a machine that at the very basic level operates on simple on and off switches, ones and zeros, evolve into a powerful mind with complex neural networks and problem-solving abilities, which can even beat the human brain in some very complex and even creative tasks? If you're not sure about that, or if you just want to enjoy an informational video, you're at the right place. So let's jump right into it. Now, to understand how this complex system could evolve, we have to start from the beginning. Computers are built using electronic circuits that use electric signals to represent information. Of course, there are many more components to a modern computer, but at the very lowest level, computers work with binary digits known as bits, which can be either 1 or 0, on or off. And these binary digits form the very foundation for all computing operations. Now, to be able to communicate with the computer, we need programming languages. By using programming languages, we can give the computer instructions and algorithms that computers can understand and execute. For AI especially, programming is used to create algorithms that define how the machine should learn from data, make decisions, and perform specific tasks. Now, in the early days of AI, rule-based systems were used. These systems relied on explicit sets of manually created rules to make decisions or solve problems. To illustrate that, let's really quickly build a system that can distinguish between animals. So, as put in front of the camera, the system should be able to tell us what animal it's seeing. With the rule-based systems, we would need to write if-then statements to distinguish between these animals. However, as more animals are added, the complexity of the rules will increase rapidly, and so does the possibility for errors. Now, if we would start just by distinguishing between a dog and a bird, the statement could look something like this. If an image has 4 legs and a tail, it belongs to the dog category, and if an image has feathers, it belongs to the bird category. Pretty simple, right? But if we add more animals, for instance a cat, the statements would get more complex. So now we have to look at some other features, maybe ears, to distinguish between dogs and cats. And then we could write something like, if an image has pointed ears, it belongs to the cat category, and if it has floppy ears, it belongs to the dog category. And then of course we also have to add the bird category as well. So as we add more animals, like horses and rabbits for example, the complexity escalates even further. The first statement now includes multiple categories. If an image has 4 legs and a tail, it could belong to either a cat, dog, horse, or rabbit. So to distinguish between them, we need to look at features like maybe ears, fur, long ears, eye placement, or long legs. So you get the idea, it just gets more complex over time. Now imagine trying to create a system that could identify every animal on Earth using rule-based approaches. That would be nearly impossible. And this is where modern AI, particularly machine learning, comes into play. The AI-based or machine learning system works exactly the opposite. You don't give it the rules and teach the system how to identify the object, but rather you give it a lot of examples. So in our example, you would give the system a lot of different images of all the 5 animal categories. And based on these example images, the AI will define its own rules. Now, to understand how this AI system does that, let's have a quick look at what subsections AI consists of. AI itself is a broad field within computer science, and one big subsection of AI is machine learning. There are different types of machine learning, including supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. I don't want to go in too much detail on how they are used, but to put it simply, in supervised learning, the machine learning algorithm learns from labeled data and make predictions based on them. With unsupervised learning, the machine learning algorithm uses unlabeled data and looks in there for patterns and structures. And in reinforcement learning, the machine learning system learns through reward and punishment based on its actions. But to get to the level of modern AI, we need to go even deeper into machine learning. Now, another subsection of machine learning is neural networks or even deep learning. And these techniques draw inspiration from the structure and function of the human brain. Neural networks are made up of interconnected nodes called artificial neurons, and they are organized in layers. Deep learning just takes it another step further with multiple of these layers. This is how our image recognition AI can learn from the examples it's been given. During training, the neural network learns to extract relevant visual features from the images, such as shapes, textures, or color. The network's multiple layers enable it to start from low-level features like edges and then gradually incorporating higher-level concepts like shapes and patterns. And this is how the AI can start to understand what it's seeing and based on that label it a certain way. So if someone were to ask you what AI actually is and how it works, you could say something like, AI is all about giving machines the power to learn, reason, and make decisions. It's like teaching them to think. They process data, spot patterns, and make predictions using methods like machine learning or neural networks. And these techniques mimic how our brain works. You see, our brains are made up of billions of interconnected neurons that work together to process information and perform complex tasks. Similarly, AI uses interconnected artificial neurons that are organized in layers to simulate exactly that learning process. By learning from vast amounts of data, AI systems recognize patterns and make predictions just like we do. It's like teaching a machine to think and reason using principles inspired by our own brains. AI is used in computer vision, language processing, robotics, and many more fields. The goal is to create machines that can think like us humans, or even better, and it looks like we are just at the beginning of what is possible with AI. So I'm personally excited for the future. Yeah, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it or you could learn something from it. If you have any suggestions on how I can improve these videos, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you next time.